You guys can start whenever.
Oh, can we?
Oh, yes, you can.
Oh, my God. All right, let me put on 35 minutes again.
Oh, we only do 35 minutes episodes? Great.
That's when I know how long.
Okay.
And then 45 is my max.
Okay, great.
Yeah. I don't
Excellent.
like to. You don't like a headphone?
No.
No headphone for Raanan
He's
Hershberg?
been through this many times. I
you
feel weird. Do you want me to wear a headphone?
I mean,
I know it's working.
do you?
I mean, he's the one running it. Why do I need a headphone?
I mean, he's fucked. The first 2 times we did it, he fucked it up pretty good.
Oh, really?
Oh,
All right,
yeah. It was pretty good.
Hello. I can hear myself. Testing. I'm good. I don't know.
Is it like an autism thing? What is it?
I think it's autistic to wear headphones. I don't know. Is it autistic that you wear headphones while having a conversation?
All right, fine. I'll take it off.
Yeah, take it off.
All right, now it's less official. Now we're just
I don't know, yeah.
inconsistent.
I mean, they're not, on Joe Rogan, they're not wearing headphones.
Okay. Oh, this is Joe Rogan.
I'm just saying, if
this
you're
is
looking
the
for
female
a template,
Joe Rogan.
yeah.
Yes.
Female Joe Rogan. No one listens. This is gold. Are we recording this? Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if
do you want me to do the intro or should you?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Raanan Hershberg. He's here.
I know. This is tough. We talk all the time.
I know.
It gives no value to this.
No value.
I mean, it gives no, there's no,
God damn it, Raanan.
it gives no, what do you call it?
Steaks?
Steaks or specialness.
Well, I mean, you had to take a subway to get here. That's special.
That's true.
Yeah. Raanan lives above my above my apartment.
Yes.
We live in the same building, and we're neighbors. And he comes downstairs all the time.
And I did your first podcast.
Yes.
With this.
Yes.
And you've come a long way. Not with viewership, but I mean with technology, you've come a long way.
I'm doing okay in viewership. We got the video happening.
But when I first did this podcast, it was you. It looked like that where in the movies where someone's trying to build a radio to contact aliens. It was like an old recorder, duct taped to some weird kind of DJ machine. It was crazy. I thought we were trying to time travel. It was crazy. And so now you pay someone to do it for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is definitely the way you should have gone.
Yeah. I learned
But you
the hard
come a long way. You could never afford this back then.
No.
Back when you were living with Maddie.
Oh, yeah?
Smith?
I was living with Maddie Smith and then just some random person.
Yeah, and now she's a millionaire and you're doing pretty well.
I'm doing okay. Yeah, I'm doing fine.
So it's good to be, but thanks for having me back.
I mean,
I guess
Jesus
we're
Christ.
on, we're best friends, but I guess we're on a 3-year rotation with the podcast. Yeah, that's about
You're
right.
my first repeat customer.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, baby.
But you never let me on the athlete one.
No, never, because
I was at a Jewish community center, played basketball. I scored 13 points one game.
wow,
Pretty good, yeah.
I think LeBron had the same stats.
Well, a kid called me. What really happened is a kid called me. He's like, I'm guarding the Pillsbury Doughboy. I was pretty fat, and I cried. And then the coach was like, just take that anger, put it into the game. And then I scored 13 points.
Yeah?
No, 21 points. Because it's the same amount of points that DeJuan Wheat, which was a U of L, really great U of L basketball player, scored that day. So yeah.
So you'll never forget it.
I'll never forget it.
So
but
you
yeah.
should come on my podcast about being an athlete for that one story.
Yeah. My one athletic moment involves me
How old
crying.
were you? Yeah. Because someone called you chubby.
I was, I think I was 13, 14.
Did you continue to play basketball?
Continue to be fat? Yes. I didn't want to. I never could hit that number again. I was afraid to so I just stopped playing.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
that's so sad.
Basketball is a very fat shaming thing for a kid
Yes.
because people are like, I got the fat one, and then the other thing, of course. I mean, I know
I mean, that's why we have numbers. Just say you have a number.
Yeah. Well,
That's so rude.
It was not necessary for many reasons.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't have a number, guard the fat piece of shit. Say it. But if there's a number, it was unnecessary for a lot of reasons. But what was I saying? Basketball? Oh, yeah. So the other thing with basketball is you're fat, and then most kids aren't fat, so they're just always like, all right, I'm shirts, you all get naked, and then half the people get naked without a care in the world. So it's a tough situation for a fat kid,
Yeah, shirts versus skin was always intimidating when we played.
That should not be allowed. That should be illegal.
Yeah,
that was soccer.
Oh yeah.
All these women in bras.
Uh huh.
Oh, but it's only women around.
Yeah, just don't have a boner right now.
Have a boner?
Jesus Christ.
Are you talking about a 12-year-old that have a boner? Or are you
No,
talking
it
about...
was in college.
Oh, well, they don't have a boner.
Is it legal? I'm gonna have a boner.
Legal, I have a boner.
Yeah, it was just all the really in shape, like star athletes. All
were they topless? They took the bra off too?
No, that's insane.
I'm sorry, I didn't know there's shirts and skins.
This
with
isn't
women.
one of your websites, Raanan.
It's not. I didn't know they had that for women.
Jesus
So
Christ.
okay, so your
Yeah.
bras and
Yeah, so shirts versus skins because we didn't have pennies, and then it was all the very fit women.
What's the pennies thing, man?
Pennies? What is it? What are they called? Yeah, pennies.
Things on your shirt that
Yeah,
define...
they're different colors. They're like neon green
Oh,
to show
okay.
distinction because we had workout outfits.
So
that
yeah,
we wore.
so shirt or not shirt. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
tough, you know.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be allowed, but it's like
No.
just an you know. But
Yeah. And with women, they all have to be like, well, who's comfortable taking
Right,
off their
right,
shirt? And then all the women who had like 7 packs were like, fuck, you know?
You like how I turned this into your other podcast? You wouldn't let me on.
Well, don't worry, it's short.
Yeah, I guess that's it. Yeah. That's it. I mean, I played baseball for a little bit, but that's it. Yeah, no other sports.
Yeah.
All right, now back to the drugs or what is it?
Yeah,
Drugs
when you waste away.
Well, when we did it the first time, it was like, you're like, yeah, let's do a fun podcast. And I told you I like being in the ambulance or something. It was like depressing.
Oh yeah, I do remember you telling me
Yeah, it wasn't
that.
fun.
It was so
like
sad.
my shit was like heady. Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
or heavy. Not
But
heavy.
have you ever embarrassed yourself doing
Yeah.
drugs? Yeah.
Yeah.
But not like almost dying, but just like being a silly goofball.
Oh, you're trying to get me to be lighthearted on
yeah,
this one.
yeah. Let's see what
'Cause
happens.
last time you said that, and I went, yeah, I had bath salts. I had a meltdown at H&R Block and had to be taken to ambulance. It was just like sad. Okay, so do a more lighthearted one.
If you have one.
See, now I don't know if I told it on the first one, but I guess I can repeat.
It was also literally number 2.
Yeah, I don't.
So
yeah.
I've had over 100 episodes.
Oh, I wasn't
since.
number 1.
No, Sean Penn was number 1.
Oh, gee. First of all, why are you doing us back to back? So insulting. I'll have you be my second and have Jordan be first.
Honestly,
Jensen.
that is my life.
So I used to be addicted to Adderall, and one time I remember. I don't know if this is funny either. One time I did like too much Adderall, and I just didn't eat for like 2 days.
Yeah.
And then I was at a bar, and just everyone I knew in my life was at that bar. It was just like set up for an embarrassing thing.
Yeah.
Everyone I knew. My sister was there, like siblings, friends. It was in Louisville. And I remember someone bought me a drink, and it was like someone bought me a screwdriver, and I drank it, and something clicked between like Adderall for 2 days straight, no eating.
Yeah.
Something clicked where like I would feel this like tingle in my dick, right? It was like the jaw score. I'd feel it, and it meant I'd have to go into the bathroom and throw up. Right? But first, before that happened, I remember I had that drink. Oh, that's right. I had the drink. I was in the bar, and it made me so fucked up that I threw up without warning, which is the worst. Like the public thing.
No.
Like I stood up in the bar in front of everyone I knew.
And threw up?
Threw up. I think it was black too. It was bad. And it was like Exorcist. I threw up. I threw up everywhere. And that's bad. Like if you have to throw up that's without warning, like everyone knows you have a problem.
Yeah.
Throw up with, because I saw someone at the cellar once, a guy threw up just in the middle of the olive tree. If you don't have, that's not good. When you don't have the, usually you get at least 20-second bell or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You feel the tingle in your
Yeah,
nose.
I got no bell. I got in front of everyone. Maybe I had a 2-second. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What
like
a
enough to
tongue.
like stand up. And I remember I felt like the hand of death on me. I felt so cold, and I threw up. And then every 20 minutes, I feel a tingle in my dick and have to throw up again. It was weird. My body just was confused by all the elements.
Yeah.
I guess that's the whole story. I thought there was more to it, but but I just throw up every hour. I'd get that tingle. Oh, that's what it was. It was I had OD'd, or not OD'd, or it was time release Adderall I'd taken. And I'd taken too much of it.
Yeah.
So every 30 minutes, I'd like OD a little.
I remember at the end of your episode last time, I just remember thinking, he should be dead. Like a few times you've told me stories that I was like, he should be dead.
I know, and it's fun because people don't think of me as a drug guy, and it's just because I'm old and I've lived like a lot of chapters that I've very much tried to block out. But I was a drug guy.
Yeah.
I was like, I mean, I wasn't like heroin.
Yeah.
But I was, Adderall, painkillers, cocaine. You know what I mean?
I can't imagine you on cocaine. That sounds terrifying.
It was pretty bad. What
would you do on cocaine?
Talk more.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I know. It was pretty bad. I mean, Adderall, honestly, Adderall is the worst. I mean, like, I kind of had, it wasn't like a classic intervention, but it was like pretty much an intervention with my friends for just being like annoying. That was the thing. I was just like annoying, and painkillers. Like my friends and family bring it up still. Like, you were really annoying for like 2 years straight because you would just talk nonstop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I already struggle with that. You know what I mean? I mean, I've gotten good at pretending to listen now.
Yes,
but like
I know.
at the time, I had no pretense.
When Raanan pretends to listen, he looks past your ear and he goes, yeah.
Yeah, that's how it works.
And then he goes, and then he'll be like, but back to what I was talking about. And then he'll bring it back up.
You mean how a conversation works?
Yeah, and I'm like, Jesus.
Oh, by the way, I got a special. I'm sorry. I don't want me to be a shill. Can I plug it? Because people wait till the end. And no one's
of course. I do a thing at the beginning.
Oh, you do a thing at the beginning? Well, if you do a thing at the beginning, that's
no, it's too late. You have to say it now, motherfucker.
Watch my special. Well, first watch Caitlin's amazing set on Corden. Which, by the way.
What?
Just watching it and having Corden go up to you and say so loud, that was the best stand-up set on this show ever.
Raanan's also been on that show, so
as has every other comic. That's just so funny.
Yeah, literally.
I mean, it was a little hurtful, but also hilarious that he's just because he's like he may have been not sober, right?
I mean, I smelled a little booze.
Yeah, but not to take away from it, but it just gave it that.
He also acknowledged it on the show. He was just like, "We had a martini."
Yeah, but it I'm not getting away from that. I just think like he had that voice where he thinks he's whispering to you, but he's yelling. So he goes up to you, he's like, "Best set ever on this show."
Yeah. And I'm just there like, because I'm stunned that I even did it.
It was a great set. Mine was good too. It was a great set.
Yours was fine.
He said something to me.
Yeah, it wasn't the best set ever.
He said it was brilliant, but then he also referred to like fries later as brilliant. It was like it was just British brilliant, which means nothing. But you're many years more in. Actually, no, I'm probably still.
Yeah, you're still.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Look at him, keeps trying to take it away, then has to give it back, and then takes it away, then I gotta give it back.
No, it was a great set. I fucking saw the cellar. It was amazing. But once you've watched that, which you probably watch if they're watch my special, Joke from the Underground.
It's very
good.
It's
on YouTube.
It's very good.
At the end, Letterman comes out and he says the best stand-up special of all time.
He did. I was there.
And she opens. You hear her voice in the beginning. And it's on YouTube. Jokes from the Underground, and you can go to jokesfromtheunderground.com. I'll take you right to it.
Yeah, and then also if you look up Raanan Hershberg, subscribe on YouTube.
Yeah, I've ruined this. I mean, I can't be a shill anymore. It's bad. I'm trying to like promote now, but now I feel like so awful.
You should
check out my selling steak knives. All right. Anyway, back
or a little Cutco salesman.
But I would do podcasts before, and you get on the podcast. I was promoting. You get on the podcast, and they'd be like, "What would you rather fuck, a horse or a donkey?" And look at these 12 big black cocks. Which one would you? And then after an hour, you leave. You're like, I didn't even talk about my special.
Well, we'll get to the big black cocks.
Yeah.
But
so anyway,
which would you fuck, a horse or a donkey?
Horse or a donkey?
Donkey, because it's shorter.
Yeah, donkey.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah,
I would not fuck either because I'm not a crazy person. Disgusting, Raanan.
I like I was trying to do a bit a while ago about like if you ask like someone like which animal you'd rather fuck, and then it'd always be make it awkward because I'd say a specific one. I'd be like, I think if I had to fuck an animal, I think I'd go with Nathan, my neighbor's pit bull. Like you just be really specific.
It's got a juicy ass.
Yeah, like you should never be specific. You're just like, no, you just say dog. Don't say a specific dog.
Oh, I guess you would say sheep because people actually fuck sheep.
People fuck sheep, but people fuck dogs too. No. Can you not fuck a dog? I guess you probably can't.
I don't know how.
That's too small, right?
There's a tail.
I mean, you can lift up the tail. If you're prepared to fuck,
you're prepared
to. I don't know if someone who fucks a dog cares that much. If you're prepared to fuck a dog, you're probably prepared to lift up the tail. It's like that cliche in prison, which I never understood, where they're like, don't drop the soap because they'll, like, if you bend down, someone will rape you. If they're going to rape you, they're not going to wait. They're not going to be like, well, I can only do it once he's bending down. There's no rape etiquette. They're not like, if you bend down, otherwise I'm not going to push you down. That would just be hurtful. But anyway. Now that I said rape on your show.
I mean, you plugged your podcast and then you said the R word 16 times.
Anyway, what we're talking about. Wait, what drugs? Wait, I feel like we're talking about something good.
Kratom.
No. What?
No.
Drugs? What did I say before I shilled? I should have shilled out. I fucked up.
Yeah, you fucked up.
We're talking about Adderall.
But luckily, I'm used to it.
Yeah.
Cocaine. What do you do on cocaine? You do too much cocaine. I can't imagine you on cocaine.
Oh, yeah, Adderall. I had an intervention for being annoying. Yeah.
Yes.
People just found me really annoying. Yeah.
We'll have to cancel the one for next week.
Yeah. It
didn't stick the first time.
I would just talk and, never, it would just be bad. You know what I mean?
And then in the middle of the intervention, you're just like, I have a show in Louisville.
Yeah, exactly. It's that old Bill Cosby joke. I know Bill Cosby. But anyway, that old Bill Cosby joke was like, they say cocaine intensifies your personality. Well, what if you're an asshole,
That's a Bill Cosby joke?
Yeah.
I didn't know he. All right.
He does drug joke, but it's anti-drug,
Yeah.
It's a good joke.
What? He should come back, huh?
He did have some good jokes. Not enough to come back, though. But
yeah.
He wasn't that good.
Yeah.
You have to be really good to come back from that.
When I first started comedy, it was right when he got canceled or when the allegations came out.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wanted to learn, because I never really listened to his comedy. And so I went to a thrift store and bought all of his records on vinyl.
Right.
Oh, wow. So that he got none of the money. And then I was able to listen to it. So I wasn't supporting him. I was literally just listening to it to learn.
But indirectly, because of that, looking like the biggest Bill Cosby fan
I look
by having the records.
Yeah, I look like a huge creep. I look like a terrible person.
I didn't want to support him, so I bought his original signed copy of his record.
I mean, they were luckily all on sale for like $5.
They were cheap.
Yeah, they were cheap and in good condition. And I think I did throw them away. I don't think I have them anymore.
That will show him.
Yeah. Well, it was like, if I listen to him on YouTube, then he gets the clicks, and they monetize everything. You listen to it on Spotify, and you don't want to buy it because then it goes to his royalties and then it goes to his popularity count or whatever. So
Right.
I did nothing digital.
Yeah. Does he have a YouTube channel?
Probably not. He can't even see YouTube.
Yeah.
At this point.
I wouldn't worry too much. Yeah. I don't. Yeah. I mean, yeah, whatever. But that's good that you did that. Let me know if you still have those records. But
do you have a record player?
No. But so anyway, yeah. So drugs. I did a lot of drugs and Adderall, and it was.
Were you sober when you got to New York?
I kind of went on a health trip right before New York. I quit smoking cigarettes. I'd smoked cigarettes for 9 years.
Cigarettes?
For 9 years. I know.
Insane.
I'm just old, so I just have these chapters. You
Yeah.
know? I'm 38, so I have like all these chapters of my
How old
life.
when you first started doing drugs or drinking?
I think drugs started in college.
Yeah.
There's cocaine in college and Adderall and kind of like I went to SUNY Purchase, which was a really big drug school. Like there was I saw a lot of people on heroin, which is like
wow.
It wasn't just like a get high. This is
Yeah.
SUNY. It was like people came there to fulfill their heroin addiction.
Yeah.
Like, I think you can major in fentanyl. But then I got cocaine, Adderall. I loved Adderall. It was my favorite because it wasn't a party drug for me. I mean, I could party on it, but I would just sit and write and think everything I wrote was great. It was just a cocoon of self-confidence and nothing could hurt me,
Yeah. Was anything good?
Yeah. That's the hard part is that you do write well on it. I mean, there was definitely performing on it was bad. That was always bad because Adderall makes you controlled.
Yeah.
Which is bad. You want to feel loose. You know what I mean? And I don't even know if you necessarily want to always be in like a good mood when you're performing. I mean, you don't want to be, you want to be in a good mood. You don't want to be euphoric.
Yeah.
Because then you're too happy. You want to be like kind of like, just your regular self,
Yeah. Let the sadness overcome you sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I did write good stuff. I mean, I will say this. I wrote good stuff on Adderall, but it was a lot of poetry.
Oh, no.
But it was good.
Oh, intervention number 3.
Adderall gave me the confidence to write poetry.
That's insane. Oh my god.
That's how bad it was. It gave me the confidence to be like, I'm a poet.
Yeah. Here's my haiku.
No, I wrote a lot of poetry on it. My first solo show I did was a mix of poetry and stand-up.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. That was my rock bottom on drugs.
Yeah. It was right at the beginning.
Well, I always loved how like musicians will be like, tell a story and then they play a song.
Yeah.
So I would like tell a story about what the poem is based on, but then it would be like bits and then go into the poem, you know?
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, the show was
Oh, no. Tell me what this show, come on. Give it to me.
The show is called Broke, High, and Horny. Maybe not that bad of a title.
I mean, it could be the name of your current special.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Jokes from the underground, broke, high, and horny.
Broke, high, and horny. Well, the horny part's true. I guess I'm a little high on Kratom sometimes.
Yeah, and you always
and I
complain
have
about having no money.
Financial issues, yeah. So
Yeah,
I guess those are all true.
We're all just full circle, right back where we started.
Well, you never,
minus the poetry, thank heavens.
I know. I'm this Kratom is giving me the urge sometimes.
Yeah? Oh my God.
I like poetry though. I've always liked poetry.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were an art school major.
I know,
That's
but
even more pretentious.
Poetry was the one thing that I was just like, okay,
You're
you
like,
know.
Give me a break. Now let me put the stool upside down and pretend it's about communism.
Exactly. I'm doing something.
I hate that shit so much.
Yeah, well, that was my degrry.
It's better like contemporary art, right?
I did performative video.
Oh yeah,
it's
just
insane.
Completely meaningless.
Yeah. But I tried so hard. Yeah, I tried so hard.
I just don't. But the whole time where you're like, this is.
I thought I was doing something.
Really?
Oh yeah.
But
yeah,
you're
yeah.
not. I know there's a lot of things where it's like I might not like it, but it's great.
Yeah.
Like I'm not the biggest rap fan, but I
you can appreciate it.
I can appreciate it, and
Mhm.
and I don't know. I'm not like the biggest ballet fan, but I definitely know it's like an art form that
Yes.
you know. But is
Mhm.
that true with that stuff, or is it all just complete bullshit?
I think it's a mixture. I think a lot of it is complete bullshit, but then some of it is
But it's
euphoric.
It's definitely
beautiful.
bigger, more bullshit than other things.
I would say so because it
Yeah.
is so subjective, and people who are really good at it's like salesmen. It's like
Mhm.
being a salesman.
And it's also like it lacks the kind of craftsmanship. I'm talking out of my ass, but on some level, it lacks that structure that you have to learn for something else. There's a kind of no structure.
No, I mean, I think good art, you learn the skill very, very well.
Yeah.
The artists that you like, you can look at like a Richard Serra piece.
Is that a
That
video thing?
No, that is sculpture.
Oh, no. But sculpture, I get. I'm saying like the video where you're like
I mean, video art in
dancing next
itself.
to a
it's
sad
whole-
clown. You know?
I mean, it depends on what you're trying. There's some video artists who are very good and
Right.
they're real poignant. But but they have layers.
Right.
You know, it's very thought out. It takes over a year to create.
What
stuff
was your
like-
big thing?
I didn't have one.
But you had something. What was one of your pieces?
One of the pieces, the first one I ever did, I like hung up a 200-pound pig and I slapped it.
What? And that was a video?
Yeah, I made a video and I literally went in between slapping it and cleaning it. Slapping it and cleaning it.
Oh, was that about how your relation to men is like anger, but also there's
It
some
was like the
subservience?
violence of domesticity. That's what it was about. But it was very on the surface. You know, you could
Right,
get it
right.
right away. I had another one where I had
You went
like
from that to I like big dicks.
I
Give me that
only get big dicks. Yeah, pretty much. Honestly, saying the same thing but more fun.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, yes.
Yeah.
So you slapped a 200-pound pig. Who made the pig?
I bought the pig from a butcher shop.
Oh, it was an actual pig.
Yeah.
Okay. And you slapped it.
Yeah.
You bought you could buy a whole pig?
You can buy a whole pig.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was frozen, and so my hand swelled up.
Why did someone buy the whole pig outside? It seems like they could
Pig roast.
All right. Yeah, I guess a pig roast is a whole pig.
Yeah. And it only cost like $200.
Pig roast or a very pretentious
Yeah. Art school.
art piece about feminism.
Yeah. And now looking back, I would never do that again because the food waste is so incredible.
Oh, yeah.
I feel so bad about it. There's so many things that I feel so
saved
guilty about that
a whole
pig.
family in Nigeria.
Literally. It's like usually like
eat for a year.
it's so sad because I was like, it was my first year in Brooklyn. I'm literally living in poverty. And
I think I think that's the piece. It's an ironic comment on white women.
I know, it was the beginning of the problem.
talking about their oppression while a family starved to death because they haven't eaten for a year,
like,
and you waste an entire pig.
I hate doing housework.
It's actually brilliant. It's not even housework. I hate the pressure I semi-put on myself.
Yeah. I have all the freedom in the world, but I'm sad about it.
But I feel like I have to objectify myself.
Yeah. It's wild.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah,
I think you should bring the pig back.
I'm not doing
You
it.
could combine to the stand-up. You're like, I like short men, and then you slap a pig.
What am I, broke, horny, and
Hey, at least I was on drugs. What were you were doing this shit sober.
I was drunk.
Oh, you were drunk.
I was always drunk. I was drunk throughout all of grad school.
Yeah.
It was so fun. It was like art summer camp.
You want me to read a poem?
No.
I'll read a poem on here.
Okay.
You want me to read a poem?
From back in the day?
Yeah.
You got one?
I have it on my website.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
Raanan, you still have that shit out?
Yeah, but they're kind of like fun, cheeky. They're like tongue-in-cheeky poems.
Let's see it.
I'll read one for this will, right? Yeah. This will be good for the views.
The views?
I don't know why that would be good for the views.
Good for the views? He's
I just
so
realized
old.
we're talking about
He just put on his glasses to read a poem, and he says, "This will be good for the views."
All right. Well, I can read. Hold on. Oh, let me get out. Oh, shit.
Jesus. He spilled his water, and he didn't even put the cap on properly. I swear to God. What? I love you, Raanan. All right. Where's his poem?
All right, let's get it out.
Do we know the title of it?
Well, I have a couple poems, but should I pick one or should you pick based on the title?
Based on the title. Give me the titles, and then I'll pick which one I want to hear.
Okay. Well, some of them actually are really long, so maybe I'll just
do the short ones.
Oh, but
how long is long? How long are poems?
Poems can be very long.
Oh Jesus! Only when you're on Adderall.
Oh wait, no, I can't. The Wi-Fi's not good here, huh? Ah, fuck. We're really teasing people now. Oh no.
It's coming.
It's coming, baby.
Jesus Christ.
It's under my blog, the Tip of the Hershberg blog.
Tip of the Hershberg.
Like my penis.
Oh my God. Is it tingling? Do you have to throw up? Jesus Christ. Thank you for the towels.
I can do, I have a drug one, FDA approved, about my addiction to FDA approved drugs.
Great. Let's hear it.
Oh no, this is bad. Oh no, let me take.
No, I want the bad one. Give me the bad one.
Let me do this one. This is what I like. It's about the testing of antidepressants on laboratory rats.
Okay, sounds cheerful.
Well, it's acting like as if, like if.
Don't bury.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right. This is called the testing. All right, it's about just this long. Is that okay?
Holy shit.
The testing of antidepressants on laboratory rats. Lately, I've had the feeling, call it a notion, that whether I'm staring at the same wall 11 hours a day or rearranging the wood shavings of my unfurnished cage, that really I'm just going through the motions.
You are the mouse.
Even the maze they drop me in each afternoon, observing me as I go through, just doesn't engage me the way it used to. But since last week, all that has changed, and though I'm not exactly certain what this new drug does, what I pieced together from eavesdropping on them is that it has something to do with something called serotonin and the positive results and uptake of it can yield. Now, being a rat, I must confess, pharmacology is a bit outside my field. It's like Dr. Susie a little. But judging by their glowing faces.
It doesn't rhyme at all.
But yeah, it does. But judging by their glowing faces, you can tell they hope this pill might solve a problem that has accompanied man throughout the ages. Soft rhymes.
Yeah,
and though I cannot
a regular M&M.
And though I cannot speak of the human condition, by the third day of tests, you could detect quite a change in my disposition. While before the endless days cooped up in a cage always left me feeling a little emotionally drained, now I feel quite an affinity for all my daily activities. Never before have I stared at the wall so enthusiastically or rearranged the wood shavings in my cage with such vivacity. And as for the maze that I run through every day, while I used to go through it in the most apathetic fashion, now I fly through those same corridors with such elan, such passion. I'm going full like reading it like even the scientists seem sincerely happy when they observe my newfound contentment. And this pill was designed not just to expel man's despair, but mine as well. And as for my previous ennui, I must confess, what with my busy schedule of cages to squat in and mazes to be dropped in, who can find time to be so depressed? And though I will be euthanized in a week or two,
oh, Jesus Christ.
such is the destination all us lab rats are headed to, it is no great matter. These minor inconveniences do not have the same effect on me that they used to. Now I take it all in stride, stoic, complacent, and unfazed. And if you don't believe me, then come visit the lab in the next few days and you will see me smiling brightly through the bars of my barren cage. You know,
I mean,
it's a simple, thing. Making fun of antidepressants. That's the kind of shit I would read.
Yeah, that sounds like a teenager on Adderall.
Yeah, that's what it was.
But what if I was the rat, man?
Well, it's just I'm not the rat in it. Well, I guess I am.
Yes,
of course I am. Yeah.
We just listened to you for 2 minutes.
But it's to me, it's funny the idea of a rat. Like they test Prozac on rats. It's funny the idea of thinking of that working on them.
Yeah, well,
but yes, obviously we're the rat in the cage. Yeah,
you don't get to make fun of my pig piece.
No, you're right. You're right. It's bad.
Everybody goes through their phase where they really, really mean it.
I know it's bad.
Yeah.
It's simplistic. You know.
Yeah, it's great.
You know,
it's a phase. It's a different
phase.
Part of Raanan.
It's a different part of me. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
But I still have it on my website.
Why?
Well, I used to not be in a relationship. Girls like poetry.
Not all of them.
But I got a poetry about suicide, made girls wet all the time.
No, it did not. Oh my
or suicidal.
God. Yeah,
because
they felt like doing it halfway through the poem. Wow, another poem. Great.
But anyway,
Do
so
you
that's
have
my
that
rock.
rifle?
That's my rock bottom.
That's your rock bottom.
Poetry. My rock bottom is Adderall gave me the confidence to write poetry in the 2000s.
I mean, that's you know what? Good for you. Good for you for not having those inhibitions.
It is tough because I do like poetry, but I guess it's just hard to write. It's hard now. Maybe it's because we're just in the comedy world, but it seems like it's hard to in the modern world be sincere enough to write poetry.
Yeah,
we're like in a post-ironic, post-truth, nothing matters. It's just hard to create that seriousness for poetry.
Yeah,
but I'm sure some people do.
Yeah, I mean, who was the woman who was at the inaugural?
Yeah.
Biden's inauguration. That was a good poem.
I mean, I feel like my poem was better than that.
Jesus Christ. This guy.
What? That poem sucked.
No, it didn't. It was good. It was inspiring.
Oh, so
it was poignant for the moment.
No.
Okay.
But what was her name? Amanda.
I don't remember.
Yeah, but
I just know that J-Lo was there.
Yeah. I know we all had to pretend to like the poem.
I like the poem.
We all pretended to like it.
It was a nice poem. It wasn't as long as yours. Jesus. All right, so you do Kratom now.
Yes, so I feel bad because I'm sober, but we've gone full circle. I'm the first person on this episode, and I've kind of gone back to drugs, but in a controlled way.
Okay, tell me about it.
So I get high now, weed.
I
get high. At a certain point, I used to, here's the thing I learned from the pandemic. Because I was so sober. I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And then the pandemic happened, and I realized it was the pandemic, and if you're sober, I'm not I hope this is not, but I realized it was a pandemic. The message I learned from the pandemic is, you got to get high sometimes. That's the message I learned. I think the pandemic gave everyone, and I mean this in a good way, a healthy little dose of nihilism. Not a big. You don't want to have a big dose of nihilism, because then you're voting for Trump. And funny, But no offense to you, and you got the face. But
he pointed at Fonzie.
But a little bit of nihilism is okay, and I think we all got that, And so I get high. Weed, I used to panic a lot on weed. I used to really freak out. To me, weed. People smoke weed and love it. I'm like, this is just what a panic attack feels like.
Yeah.
You're disassociated. You're in your head.
Yeah.
And you're freaking out. So to me, everyone is literally just smoking panic attacks.
Yeah.
It's like, you want to get high off panic? That was basically weed. But at a certain point, I don't know, maybe through having enough panic attacks or, you know what it is? I would smoke slowly. I'd take just a little hit of a vape and build myself up. But then eventually I got to the point where when I smoked too much weed, it wasn't that big of a problem anymore. You know what I mean? I definitely would freak out, but like, I remember one time I smoked weed in the apartment. I was with a girl and we were, and I at this point I didn't really smoke weed.
Yeah.
But when I'm trying to hook up with a girl, I'll do whatever. She wants to play Russian roulette. I'm putting the gun in my mouth.
I understand that about you.
Yeah, I will do. Yeah. You want me to commit not now I'm in a relationship, but if you want to commit a crime, just have me single and a girl wanting to hook up with me, but just needing something like, you want to go murder this guy with me? I'm like, sure. Can we make out in the car?
I'll do it for a nipple.
Yeah. But so she had a joint, like a big joint, which I hadn't smoked. And it was 6, and I never got high before shows. I had a Comedy Cellar spot at like McDougal at like maybe 6 hours from then. But I used to the vape, right? So I took a hit of the joint. It felt pretty good, right? Mm-hmm. But then I took another hit. You ever have that hit where you cough?
Yes, that's
the cough hit is the bad, because that means you're about to get really high.
Yeah.
For some reason, you can only really get high if you cough. I don't know why. I guess that's how deep it goes down.
It goes deep down, and then it gets to your head. And makes you all dizzy.
But I was like, I had a coughing fit. And I'm like, this is going to be bad. This is going to be bad. You know? Yeah. I had a coughing fit, and then I remember I was freaking out. She left. And I was like, I'm way too high. And this is like 3 hours later. Usually with a vape, it wears away after like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm like disassociatingly high. And I smoked it in the apartment. And then I get these texts from Joe.
Yeah.
He's furious because the place smells like weed. And he's a fucking nerd, I guess. And like.
He's sober.
I know, but it's whatever. But he's like furious. And then I go downstairs and it's like I'm watching a movie of Joe just yelling at me. And I'm like, wow, Joe's really mad at this movie. Joe seems really upset in this scene, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, he's a good actor. He's really bringing up emotions. You know? He seems very upset. He's like, I was like analyzing it. He's talking about regret for recommending me to the apartment building. And I'm like, wow, this is like a very intense scene. Did
he really say that?
He was mad. I mean, he wasn't like that. He wasn't like, but he was pretty mad. And then I went to the cellar at a spot. I was still so high.
Yeah.
And it was bad. I was like, you know, one of the reasons I quit drugs is because I never wanted to be high on stage. I feel deep shame for being high on stage.
I feel that way about alcohol. If I ever have like 1 or 2 drinks before a show, which I never do until like I get really, really tired. If I don't have a day off, then I'll be like, well, I got 4 hours until my show, so this is my day off. And then I'll have like 2 drinks, then I'll go on stage and be like, I'm a piece of shit.
I know. I felt that way. I had a non-alcoholic beer and it made me a little like woozy and I felt bad. Yeah. I just like, at a certain point, I think part of my sobriety was like a shame for being drunk on stage all the time, you know, because it was bad. You know what I mean? I remember one time, this was a very different me. I think I drank and was on Xanax, and I was going to the club the next day, and someone was like, man, you're crazy on stage. You just took off your shirt and started dancing. I don't remember any of it.
You took off your shirt? Raanan Hershberg.
I was like the original Bert Kreischer. This is like before Bert Kreischer.
God. That's wild.
Yeah. It was crazy. I don't even remember it. But
that's so scary.
I know. So wait, what were we talking about?
Oh, we're talking about being high on stage.
So I go to the cellar. I'm really high. I'm really freaking out. And I'm like, I can't do this. All these years, like, because when you're drunk or high, you think you're doing better than you are. And then, and then I go on stage and I just destroy.
Oh, no.
I'm like, this is not good. I like destroy. I'm like looser than normal. I'm not taking it as serious. I'm like in the perfect state.
Yeah. Like, fuck.
But it's a shortcut. It's bad. It's bad to be in that state because it's a shortcut. Drugs are a shortcut to like being in the moment or being meditative or being loose.
Yeah.
Or having fun. It's all just that.
Or being present.
Present. It's all a shortcut. You know what I mean? So but anyway, I haven't gotten high before a show since then. But I do like to smoke weed now. Mm-hmm. I like it with sex.
I forget that you have sex.
I have sex.
You're a Ken doll to me.
Really?
Yes, 100%. And you talk to me about your relationships, and I'm still like, wow.
Because they've been pretty. Yeah, no one hears me. I'm like, sometimes the woman's pretty loud. Sometimes I'm pretty loud. No one's heard me. It's good walls.
Oh I'm sure Joe has heard you. He's just too embarrassed to bring it up.
It's so funny that you think of me as a Ken doll. I feel like I talk about sex all the time.
Yeah, but it's like, it's still like, I don't know. The ins and outs of it don't connect.
I go in and I go out.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And I do that a bunch.
Oh, no.
But I like, weed and sex is really fun for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I get that.
you know, it's like, I don't know. Weed, like sativa makes me like really horny, you know?
Okay. Write a poem about it.
Oh, that sativa horniness flowing through my brain. Fucking you while high.
When did you start? Jesus Christ. That's pretty good. You made
I
it
got the
rhyme.
munchies for your pussy.
No! Stop it right now! Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I got the munchies for your pussy.
Oh my God.
I'm so high I can't stop eating.
Oh no. Kate, you're an angel. I'm putting up with this. Do you recite it to her beforehand
That's
and
right.
then go
yeah.
down on it?
So I get high sometimes and I do kratom sometimes.
Yeah. Tell me about kratom because
Yeah,
I know nothing about it. Absolutely nothing.
Kratom
It's legal?
It is legal. It's just tea that they have at like, I only get it from this one place, a kava shop.
Mm-hmm.
They have a Lower East Side, but they'll make the tea. It's in a powder, which you can also do, which I don't fuck with.
Yeah.
But some places will make the tea for you. Have you look like you've done kratom, no? I'm making a lot of assumptions about you.
Yeah. You sure?
Kratom, it gives you a little buzz. It's not, I feel bad because I definitely was doing it like once a month.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm doing it like once a week, so it's bad progression. I gotta slow down, but even once a week doesn't seem that bad,
No, I mean, if someone told me that they drank once a week, I'd be like, fucking prude.
I know, exactly. But it's, it is like an opiate simulation. You know what I mean? Oh, let's just say this: some people use it because they've gotten off heroin and it helps them.
Oh my God.
I'm using it to wean myself onto heroin. I'm going the other way.
You're doing the inverse.
Yeah, I'm doing the inverse. But it gives you like a just kind of a high opiate feel. It's not. Here's the thing. I feel bad because I was sober, so now I'm like I'm aware though, you know. But I feel bad. But the one good thing is like it's not that great.
Oh, that's good.
And the other thing, which I think keeps me from like doing it a lot.
Yeah.
And the other thing, which is big for me, drugs are a creative thing.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't make me that creative.
Okay.
Which is good. If a drug makes me creative, that's bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It makes me a little creative, but most of the time it doesn't. So, I do it once a week, But
what do you do while you're on it?
Sometimes I'm at the cellar hanging out. It's my version of getting drunk, I guess.
So what does an opiate feel? What is
You never
that?
had painkillers?
Not to where I remember.
It's
like I would take them when I needed them.
It's like a light painkiller buzz. It makes you feel like you're not sad. It's like a numb thing, yeah.
It sounds like being drunk.
Yeah, it's all the same shit.
Yeah, it's all just numbing.
It's all just numbing, yeah.
Yeah.
Numbing or... Yeah. I never saw Adderall as numbing at the time because when I was on it, I felt so much passion. I was like excited about what I'm writing. But I guess it's still numbing. It's numbing. Yeah. It's numbing the up and down of life.
Yeah.
That's a numbing,
Keeping it even keel.
And it's numbing the emotions.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It was jolting the creativity or making me excited, but it was definitely numbing feelings.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But that is to me, like, I don't know what it is like my worst state is like really high riding alone. And that's like where I'm most addictive at. And it's a bad state to be in because it like involves no one else.
Yeah. And you don't want that? You want people around you all?
Yeah, I just think it's bad to be. It can create a real antisocialness. I mean, I do ride alone on coffee, which is also a drug.
Yeah.
Which I'm dependent on,
Yeah.
See, I realized at a certain point in life, like, you can't get rid of addictions. It's just not going to happen. We're just made to be addicts. Life is too hard. We are inherently a little delusional, and we need some kind of escape. But the key is to find healthier addictions.
Yeah. Or it's like it's vices.
An
outlet, like a release.
Yeah.
So you find healthier releases.
And coffee is that.
Yeah.
Coffee is a drug. It changes your consciousness, but it's a healthier addiction. You know what I mean?
And it's more socially acceptable.
It's more socially acceptable. Though I will say, I have seen people at airport Starbucks waiting in a line so long. I would never see a junkie waiting in a line that long. Like the addiction to coffee is sometimes worse. You know what I mean?
Because it's not just the addiction to the substance itself; it's the look,
the culture, and it's just like. But I think like that coffee in the morning. I mean, like the line.
Don't talk to me till I've had my coffee.
That line is so indicative of how addicted we are. Don't talk to me. No one would ever be like, "Don't talk to me until I've had my crystal meth." Like, don't talk to me until I've had my coffee is crazy.
Yeah, people put it on pillows.
It's crazy. Yeah. Don't talk to me until I've had my heroin pillow. Coffee is an addiction. We're all addicted, you know. But I needed to write.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I guess I could write without coffee, but it would take. It's probably with any drug addiction. You just have that month.
Yeah.
Of and I can't have that month. If I'm not writing or developing, I just feel feel worthless. You know.
I get it.
Yeah.
But you're not worthless. You just did this great special. Look at that. We're plugging it again.
Yeah.
A great special.
Jokes from the underground.
I mean, it's so good.
Thank you.
Everybody should watch it. You like that?
No, it seemed a little
like
ironic.
It's our commercial break. Brought to you by Raanan Special.
Yeah, I mean, I came on here. I did Will and Cypher's podcast. I was getting the black demographic, and now I'm here to try to get the female demographic.
Yeah, actually, a lot of men listen to my podcast.
Really?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Because blacking out and making an ass of yourself is inherently a male thing to do because it's safer.
Well, men can watch my special too. I mean, that's mostly my demographic, but I'm always definitely more for more men watching it.
It's so funny. Like I try and get a lot of women on here, but women have more shame around their drunk stories than men do.
Well, also, like, you bring women on here, they're just like, men are like, yeah, I blacked out and drove a car into a ditch. And women are like, I was raped. It's just not funny. It's not like funny, you know?
I've had a few times where I've asked someone to be on the show, and she's like, well, the only time I've ever been drunk, I was assaulted.
Yeah, I know.
And I was like, oh my God. And she was like, but I'm willing to talk about them. And I was like, I appreciate that.
You can't have. She was raped. New episode of Good Time Gal. Good time gal. Did you have a good time? As long as you had a good time.
Jesus Christ.
That's an issue with women and men in general. Like women, I mean, I guess you can fend it off sometimes, but women.
Jesus, what are you about to say?
No, I'm just saying.
Fuck.
I'm just saying women.
Oh my
no, I'm
God.
saying women drinking.
What am I gonna have to tweet about tomorrow?
Women drinking is a lot scarier.
Yeah.
So, a woman having a fun time drunk, like a man having a fun time drunk, you're not worried. You know what I mean? So I guess some of those men are the ones who rape those
We're
women.
worried about those men.
Yeah. So I guess it's sad on both levels.
Yeah. It's all terrifying.
Yeah.
But when a woman is willing to do it, it's usually hilarious.
Blackouts,
so funny.
Blackout scary. I've never really blacked out besides that time I danced on the stage, I guess. But I never really blacked out drinking. That seems like a scary thing if you're a guy and you used to black out drink. Because that means if someone accuses you of rape, you have to be like, maybe.
Let's do a count of how many times Raanan has said the R word, a very triggering word on this podcast.
Hey, at least it's not the other R word.
For the women demographic.
At least it's not the other R word.
Insane. I want to get the women's vote. I want to get the women demographic.
I'm against it.
You're against it. Well, amen. Well, now he's a hero. Jesus Christ. No bedside manner.
Yeah, I don't have a bedside manner. I'm sorry, assault or whatever.
Jesus Christ. And now he made it flippant. Or whatever.
Good word. Well, no, not just the word choice. I just say rape. It's just a word. You know what I mean?
It's not just a word.
Well, I'm just saying I use the word that's going to be used. You know what I mean? I'm free with my language, man. If you have a problem with it.
we heard your poetry.
My poetry is really when freedom of speech has gone too far.
Yeah. It can go either way. It's just like too free. Hate speech and poetry.
But what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So drunk. Yeah. So Kratom is nice. I do Kratom, It's nice.
What do you do with the powder?
I don't touch the powder.
Well, how do you do the powder? Do you snort it?
I think you mix it in a drink, but you can you can fuck up the dosage that way. I just get a tea where they make it for me. You know what I mean?
Okay, I want to do Kratom once.
Do it with me.
I'll do it with you.
Yeah, it'd be fun. Yeah.
I'm now in the I'm not over drinking. I love having like a glass of wine or something like that. I'll tell you what happened. The other night, we got home from Corden. I got home from Corden, and I had a bunch of spots. And then I came home, and Steve and I had, a few glasses of wine or whatever, and we had a bunch of flies in our apartment, which we have since gotten rid of. They're all gone.
One of them came to my place, and I'm having trouble.
Good. You're welcome. I hope it lays eggs in your sink.
Calling child protection services on your cat protection services on your cat.
Don't you dare. They love those flies. They would chase them. I would go around all day and I would just whack, and then it would fall, and Benny would be yes.
Oh, but you have a swatter? I need a.
Yeah, I'll give you a swatter.
I need a bar of that for the one that got
Yeah, we got 2 swatters.
Nice.
Yeah, we eradicated the flies. They're all gone.
I'm having them now. I mean, I do shit in a box.
Yeah.
That's the problem with cats, though. It's like when you have a cat, you're like, they just shit in your home.
Yes.
And then you put sand on it.
We also shit in our home.
Yeah, but it goes through the fucking plumbing. Yeah. Cats are they just shit in a box, and you're like, well, we'll just put some sand on it.
I want to potty train our cats.
So they go in the toilet?
The toilet, yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
They'll shit in the toilet?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
They can do that?
Yeah. There's a way to do it, and I want to look it up. But
How do they even do it without falling in?
They squat.
What?
Yeah, it's a whole thing. There's videos of it.
Really?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Anyway.
But they can't flush.
No, they can't flush, and that's fine.
That's enough.
Because it's already just sitting in sand. It can sit in water. Who gives a shit?
No. I mean, look, I'm a problem. If I see a cat take a shit in the toilet, I'm not going to be like,
but did it flush?
He didn't flush. And he didn't wash his hands. This is not impressive at all. He wasn't even reading anything while he's taking a shit. No, that's impressive.
So the other day, we get home, there's a fly on the ceiling, and I bought this spray to spray for the flies, but it's like cat safe or whatever. So it didn't work, obviously. Yeah. But it's on the ceiling, and Steve's a short guy.
Yes.
All right. And so I wasn't drunk, but I was like buzzed, you know. I was feeling good. No, I get on my knee and I put my knee out and I say, step on my thigh and I'll give you a boost. You'll get up and get the fly. But because we'd been spraying the stuff, the floor was really slick. And so he gets on my leg. And he has the string and he jumps up to get the fly, but his foot is wet and so it slips off. And he falls and he has the can and it hits me in the head so hard that it knocked the can loose. And I fall on the floor. He falls, he scrapes his hand against the wall. I'm on the ground and I'm like not moving. And I had to stay up longer because we thought I had a concussion.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
And then I had to
right
fly out.
Corden, you fell and hit yourself.
And then at 6 a.m. I had to fly out to go to Minneapolis.
I was just joking when I said this, but it was when I was my special about to air. I had that nice New York Times article, you know, and I was just joking. I was in front of everyone in my room, and I was just like, that was big ironic. I was like, now I don't want anyone to treat me any differently. And right as I finished that sentence, I just stepped on a veggie straw that was just on the ground. But even ironically, it just was ridiculous. Like I did not mean to.
Yeah. Did I tell you about the wedding gig we did?
Yeah. No, you told me you did it. It was $1,500 a piece, huh?
Oh, no, $1,500 total.
Oh, okay.
And it was the worst.
Yeah.
I fly out, I do Corden, come back just for this gig, and literally crickets. The worst gig I've ever done.
Actual crickets?
Actual crickets.
Really?
Like, it was so quiet. People eating their
so
salads.
not actual crickets. I mean, you are outdoors, right?
No, we were inside.
Okay, but not actual crickets.
No, a little 7-year-old girl came up to me, and she was just like, hello. And they had given me permission to be dirty. And I was like, well, I can't do my set now. And so we just held hands, and I did my set holding this 6-year-old
To no laughs?
To no laughs.
Why'd they want a comedy?
I don't know.
Who was it?
It was just this couple from Singapore, and they thought it would be fun. And they were wrong. Boy, were they wrong. It was so bad. They were a nice couple, but it was just like literally the best gig I've ever had in my life. James Corden says one of the best comics we've had on. And then I literally bomb so hard at a wedding where I leave and I'm like, I should quit.
Well, it's not. You can't.
It hurt so
It
much.
did?
Oh my
Why?
God. It was so painful.
Really?
We get to a level where when we bomb, it's like not that bad anymore.
No, I guess I just don't count.
But when it's that hard of a bomb, it's like, oh, this is first year of comedy bomb.
Even though it's such a bizarre situation.
Yeah.
I guess I feel like with you and Steve together, you can just like laugh at it like a nightmare. But,
yeah. Afterwards, when we got to the car, I was laughing hysterically.
Oh, okay. So you weren't like that upset by it.
Oh, I was upset.
Really? Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah.
I cope. I cope. But
yeah, I
literally,
can see that. Yeah, it is tough when there's like a full bomb because then your voice. Goldman said the best thing about comedy. He said laughter is like oxygen. It really is true. When people don't laugh, your timing gets thrown off.
Yeah,
and you start trembling and stuttering. That's the hard part because then you feel really unprofessional. Because your jokes feel like meaningless. They don't feel like they have any value.
They just feel like words.
They just feel like words. So it feels like your whole act is.
They feel
dumb.
like poetry.
Your whole act feels like. It's like not a act, like you just lose it, but then you also like stumble and and you can't help it. That's why telling new jokes is hard because like you stumble on new jokes, and so you look like a bad comic. But that's funny. Yeah, you go from the best gigs to the worst gigs. Sometimes.
Yeah, and then a concussion.
The nice thing about dating Steve is that you're gonna like really be ready for when you have children. Like just used to,
What the hell are you talking about?
Well, it's just having a small person around.
How small do you think Steve is?
I'm just saying, you're used to lifting someone up, and
Is that how men feel with their women?
What?
With women, like their girlfriends?
Well, Steve is very small.
Yeah, but like
Okay,
men
maybe
date
not.
small
Maybe
women all the time.
You'll be used to having like a 12-year-old. You'll be like, I've been through this already.
Yeah, and it failed. Literally, I just boosted him up and just whack. It came down so hard. That for a guy who weighs 130, he came down with the force of a Shamu whale. Like it was so bad.
That's hilarious. It's like a weird gymnastic pyramid that falls apart.
It was so bad. And I literally, halfway up, I was like, yeah, see, this works. And then just crashing, slipped out from underneath. And then my leg slipped out. And
that's hilarious.
I'm lucky. And my head still hurts.
Really?
Oh my God, it still hurts right here. I think I did have a mild concussion.
It is scary. Kate, she was at dinner the other night and like a door, like someone's door, like stall just shot open and hit her in the head and she was bleeding from her head.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It was,
This woman has the worst luck.
I know.
Having that and then she's dating
I know,
you.
I know. I'm one of her many curses.
Yeah.
She does have some problems. She has some problems in her life, issues. We all do, but like she does have a bunch of issues, and it's like she's cursed, and then I do worry, like, what if I'm one of the curses? What if like God is like, now let's really test her faith?
Yeah.
Like Job, send her Raanan.
Oh, you like comedy? You won't anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Raanan, we're almost out of time.
Oh, well, great. No, I mean, like, great. Like,
Jesus
it
Christ.
flew by.
It flew by. Yeah, we had a nice time.
Yeah.
Are there any stories that we should get to? Mostly this was just us shooting the shit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I think those are my big ones. The Adderall, Kratom, no fun Kratom stories. That was fun. The Cellar.
That was fun. That was silly.
I did my other ones on. Is the other one available?
Listen. It's available. If you listen to, I think it's episode 3.
Yeah, 3. Wow, it's really getting lower.
Yeah, it's 3. Yeah, because it was
Sean Patton and Sean
Wendy,
Donnelly,
Starling, and then you.
Okay, all right. Well, that makes sense that you spaced it out.
Yeah, I spaced it out.
But yeah, I mean, on that one, I think I do fucking bath salts and go on that one like it's a fucking TV show.
Yeah, you went
wild.
Wild.
Bath salts, ambulance, that's the fun one.
I believe you did tell the orange juice story. I didn't have the heart to tell you.
Well, you got like 10.
It was still fun.
You got
you elaborated.
You have some more viewers now. I hope. And,
yeah. Just 4. My parents now listen. Well, say your handle one more time, where they can find the special.
Raanan Comedy is my handle. Just type in RAANNHE.
Wanna kill myself.
No, Raanan Comedy. RAANAN Comedy. Like Aardvark. AA. And go watch my special. It's really good. Mm-hmm. I know I sound crass on here, but I'm a very sophisticated, elegant.
I'm like, do I bleep the all the R's? I don't know. Okay. Anyway.
No, bleep. That's like hiding away the awareness. You know what I mean?
Oh
you want to
my
make
God.
it louder.
Jesus.
But
Oh yeah, tell me what I want to do.
here's what you're gonna do.
All right, Raanan, this was very fun.
This is very. But watch my special, Jokes from the Underground.
Insane. I need to learn to be a good listener.
Give me the approval, but tell them I'm a good guy because I feel like I feel like they think I'm a creep with that kind of special. We're like best friends.
Oh my God.
Give me the.
He's
approval.
one of my best friends.
What?
He's
right
a
below
good
Sean
guy.
Patton and Wendy Starling.
Yeah, pretty much. He's my number 3.
Yeah. But yeah, good guy.
Yes, good guy. Makes a lot of jokes.
Yeah.
I don't believe has R'd anybody.
No. I said that. No, of course not. I don't believe has R'd
This
anyone.
is wild. Okay. No, absolutely not.
No. I've never retarded anyone.
Oh, that's it. Goodbye.